Okay guys, yesterday I came across this YouTube channel called Stickly. It started uploading just 3 weeks ago. As you can see, they've uploaded only 13 videos. That's it. And it already has over 15,000 subscribers. But here's the part that really got me. If we go to their most popular videos, as you can see, this one has 1.6 million views in just 2 days. I mean, I'm not joking. You can see it right there on the screen. And when I checked their full analytics, this brand new channel has pulled in over 2 million views in its first 3 weeks, which is absolutely insane. Now, before I show you how this works, I need you to stick around because what I'm about to reveal in a few minutes is going to blow your mind. There's another channel called Mac, also created 3 weeks ago, 17 videos, and they already have 27,000 subscribers. And look at this, their very first video hit 1 million views in under 3 weeks. Now, let's look at their analytics. As you can see, in the last 3 weeks, they've got 3 million total views. 3 million views. And even with a low RPM of just $3, this channel is most likely making around $9,000 a month. And what's interesting is that both of these channels are using the exact same style. White background, simple black lines, stick figure characters with round heads and basic line bodies. There's no shading, no fancy animation software, no design skills needed. It's literally the simplest visual style on YouTube, and it's printing money. And when I watched their videos closely, I realized this entire format can be recreated entirely using AI, from start to finish in under 20 minutes. And don't worry, because you don't need to write any script or design anything. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact process step by step, and we're going to be using only 2 tools, Claude Code and Higgsfield, and I genuinely want you to finish this video because every single step matters. Alright, before we jump into the steps, take a look at what you're going to be able to create by the end of this video.
Close your eyes for a second.
It's 10,000 BC. You've been walking since sunrise. Your feet are wrecked. Your kill weighed 40 pounds and you dragged it 6 miles through mud and thorn bush. You sit down near the fire. Someone passes you something wrapped in leaves. You inhale, and that, right there, might be one of the oldest moments in human history that nobody ever bothered to write down. This is the real story of when ancient humans first started smoking, not the sanitized version, not the tobacco and Columbus version they taught you in school, the version that starts hundreds of thousands of years before agriculture, before language.
Pretty clean, right? And I made that in under 20 minutes. Okay, so the first step is setting up Claude Code. First, just go to Google and search Claude Code download. Click the first result. Download it for your operating system, whether that's Mac or Windows. Once it's installed, open it up like any normal app. Create an account if you don't have one, and that's it. You're in. Now for the second tool, go to the Higgsfield website, just search for Higgsfield on Google, and click on the first result. I'll drop all the links in the description below so you don't have to go search for anything. Just create your account if you don't have one. Once you're inside, look for a button that says MCP and CLI. Click on it, then click on CLI. You're going to see a few lines of code. I know that might look scary, but I promise you, you don't need to understand any of it. You're just going to copy and paste. That's all. Copy the first line, then open up your terminal. If you're on Windows, just go to the search bar at the bottom of your screen and type terminal. If you're on Mac, same thing. Just search for terminal. Once it opens, paste that first line of code in and hit enter. Then go back to Higgsfield. Copy the second line, paste it into the terminal, then hit enter. Do the same thing for the third line. And that's it. Higgsfield is now installed on your computer. But here's the step most people skip, and without it, nothing works. Right now, Claude Code and Higgsfield are 2 separate tools, so we need to connect them. And this is actually really simple. Go back to Claude Code and click on Customize. Then click on Connectors. Hit the plus icon and then choose Add Custom Connector. Now, go back to Higgsfield. This time, click on MCP. Then, copy that first link you see. Go back to Claude Code. Give your connector a name. I'm just going to call mine Higgsfield. Then paste the link in and hit connect. It's going to ask you to authorize the connection with your Higgsfield account. Just click allow. And that's it. Claude Code and Higgsfield are now fully connected. Okay, so now that everything is set up, here's where the actual strategy begins. Now, every single one of these channels we looked at, Stickly, Mac, all of them, they all picked one specific topic and stuck to it. They didn't jump around. They didn't try to cover everything. They found their lane and stayed in it. And that's exactly what you need to do. Now I know what you're thinking. What niche do I even pick? Don't worry, I've already done that work for you. I put together a completely free document, and inside it you'll find a list of the top 30 faceless explainer niches that work perfectly with the Stickman format. And each one comes with its RPM, so you know which ones actually make money in 2026. The link is in the description. Go grab it right now. It's completely free. Also, inside that same document, you'll find every single prompt I'm using in this video, so you don't have to write anything yourself. Okay, this is the part that separates people who grow fast from people who struggle for months. You do not need to come up with original ideas. I'm serious. You just need to find what's already working and do the same thing. That's it. Now, I know some of you are already thinking, wait, isn't that just copying someone else's channel? Hold on, let me explain something really important. In the YouTube game, you don't need 100 viral videos. You need just one video to go viral, and that changes everything. Look at this channel right here. One video, 1 million views. That single video is what got the whole channel monetized. After that, as you can see, almost every video they uploaded started pulling in thousands of views. So in the beginning, your only job is to get attention. And the fastest way to do that is to go after topics that are already proven to work. Once your channel grows, once you have subscribers and momentum, then you can start expanding into new ideas. Alright, so in my case, I'm using this channel Mac as a reference channel. I'm gonna click on videos and sort by most popular. You'll immediately see which topics their audience loves the most. For this example, I'm gonna go with this video, When Did Ancient Humans Start Smoking?, which has 1 million views in 3 weeks. That tells you everything you need to know. The topic works. The audience is hungry for it. That's your video idea. Simple. Now, this is where most people waste a ton of time. They open ChatGPT, paste in a title, and ask it to write a script from scratch. And honestly, that's one of the fastest ways to end up with a generic video that nobody wants to watch. Instead, we're going to do something much smarter. We're going to learn from content that's already proven to work. So head over to the winning video on YouTube, scroll down and look for a button called Show Transcript. Click on it, and you'll get the entire transcript along with the timestamps. Now, if you have the ElevenLabs Pro extension, this process is super easy. If not, you can use a free tool called TurboScribe, which I covered in my previous video. Either way, the goal is the same. We want the full script with the timestamps included, and in a second, you'll see why those timestamps are so important for generating the visuals automatically. For now, I'm just going to copy the entire transcript. Now, don't panic. We're not stealing their video. We're just studying what works, the structure, the hook, the pacing, and using that as a foundation to build a completely new script. And this is where Claude comes in. Go to that free document I mentioned. Inside, you'll find a master script prompt I prepared specifically for this. Copy the whole prompt and paste it into Claude. Inside the prompt, you'll see 2 brackets. The first one says, insert your topic here. So just paste your video title there. In our case, that's When Did Ancient Humans Start Smoking? Then scroll down to the second bracket. It says paste proven viral script here. This is where you paste the transcript you copied from YouTube. As you can see, since it's a little bit long, it's pasted here. Now, hit generate and watch what Claude does. It reads through the entire script. It picks apart the structure, the hook, the pacing, what makes it hold attention, and then it rewrites the whole thing from scratch in a completely new way. Okay, so now you have your script. We can move to the visuals. And this is where Claude Code and Higgsfield come in together to do the heavy lifting for you. But here's something really important, and I don't want you to skip this part. You cannot just paste your script into Claude Code and hit enter. It won't work, trust me, I tried. What you need is a super prompt, a specific prompt that tells Claude Code exactly what to do with your script and how to generate the right visuals for it. And again, I've already built that for you. Go back to the free document, scroll down a little, and you'll find the Claude Code prompt already prepared and ready to copy. This prompt is designed to look at your script and automatically create a separate visual for every single moment in it. Copy the whole thing and paste it into Claude Code. Now, inside that prompt, you'll see 1 bracket that says paste script here. So go back to Claude, grab your script, and paste it right in. For this demo, I'm only going to use a small section of the script just to save time. But when you do this for real, you'll paste the whole thing. Now hit enter and let Claude Code run. Okay, so it's working, it's processing, and wait, it stopped. And it's giving us a message that says, the script you provided doesn't include any timestamps. Now, at first glance, that might look like something went wrong, but actually, this is one of the most important things I'm going to show you in this entire video. Those timestamps are not just random numbers. They tell Claude Code exactly when each visual should appear on screen and how many visuals it needs to generate for the whole video. So, before we generate a single visual, we need to fix this first. And don't worry, it's a really quick fix. There are actually 2 ways to fix the timestamp problem. The first way is to turn your script into a voiceover first, and then use a transcription tool to automatically add the timestamps for you. And that's actually the method I used in my last video. But honestly, that method takes a little longer. So let me show you a faster way. Just type this prompt directly into Claude Code. Please add timestamps based on the actual voiceover duration. Use a cinematic YouTube narration pace of 150 words per minute. Each timestamp should represent when that exact line begins. Keep every line separate and unchanged. Do not use fixed intervals. Paste that in and hit enter. And look at that. Claude Code just generated exact timestamps for every single line of the script. It's telling us there are 19 timestamps total, which means 19 visuals. Now it's asking if we want to proceed and generate all 33 images. I'm going to type yes and hit enter. And watch this. Claude Code immediately starts running Higgsfield in the background. You can actually see the images being generated in real time. Now, while it's working, here's a little trick. Open up the Higgsfield website in your browser and click on Image. You can actually watch your images being generated live as Claude Code sends them over one by one. Pretty satisfying to watch, honestly. Now remember, for this demo, I only used a small section of the script, so we're getting only 19 images. But if you paste your full script in, you're looking at hundreds of images generated automatically. And there it is. Just like that, your visuals are done. Claude Code and Higgsfield just handled everything while you watched. Now here's where most people would hit a wall. You have 19 images, and if you had to download them one by one, rename each file, and then manually figure out where it goes in the timeline, that would take you forever, and it completely kills the whole point of what we're doing here. So here's how we solve that in literally 30 seconds. Go back to Claude Code and send it this message. Could you download all the images and save them locally using their timestamps as the file names? For example, an image generated at 0000 should be named 00-00. An image generated at 0010 should be named 00-10. Now, just hit enter and watch what happens. Claude Code immediately starts downloading all 19 images automatically. It might ask you for permission at some point. Just click allow and let it continue. And just like that, it creates a folder on my computer with all 19 images. Let's open the folder. Look at that. Every image is organized, named, and ready to go. And this is awesome because this one small step will save you hours of editing work. Okay, so at this point, we have everything. There's one thing left before we jump into editing, and that's the voiceover. And this part is really important, so pay attention because most people get this wrong. First, you have two options. You can use your own voice if you're comfortable with that, or you can use a tool called ElevenLabs, which is what I personally use and recommend. But here's the mistake I see almost everyone make. They just pick one of the default voices, and that's a big mistake. Those default voices have already been used by thousands of channels. What you want is a voice that feels like yours, something people will actually remember when they come back to your channel. So here's what I recommend instead. Inside ElevenLabs, go to the Voices tab and click Create Voice. You'll see two options. You can either design a voice from scratch using a simple text prompt, or you can clone your own voice for something even more personal. Either way, you end up with a voice that's unique to your channel. For this demo, I'm going with this voice right here. Once your voice is ready, go back to Claude and copy your script. Since I only generated images for a small section in this demo, I'm going to copy just that section, but the process is exactly the same whether you're doing a short clip or a full video. Paste your script into ElevenLabs. Now, before you hit generate, one important tip. If your script is long, do not paste the whole thing at once. Split it into shorter sections first. Shorter sections give you much cleaner, more human-sounding audio. Trust me on this one. Now here's something most people don't know about, and this is genuinely a game changer. Switch from the V2 model to V3. V3 is significantly more advanced, and you're about to see exactly why. Once you select V3, you'll notice a new option called Enhance. Just click on it. Look at what it does. It automatically adds these little tags into your script. Things like inhaling, whispering, and other emotional cues. These tags actually guide the voice and tell it how to deliver each line, when to breathe, when to slow down, when to add a little weight to a word. Now hit generate. ElevenLabs will give you two versions to choose from. Listen to the first one.
Close your eyes for a second.
It's 10,000 BC. You've been walking since sunrise.
Now listen to the second one.
Close your eyes for a second.
It's 10,000 BC. You've been walking since sunrise.
I think the second one is noticeably better, so I'm going to download that one. Then just repeat the same process for the rest of your script sections. Now, it's time to put it all together. Alright, now for the editing, open up whatever video editor you use. For this demo, I'm using CapCut because it's completely free and super simple to use. Create a new project and import two things: the images from your folder and the voiceover you just downloaded from ElevenLabs. Start by dragging your voiceover down to the timeline first. Now, if you zoom in, you'll notice some long, silent gaps between certain lines. In this style of content, a little pause here and there is fine. It actually helps the pacing, but long dead silences will kill your retention. Now you could trim each one manually, but if your voiceover is long, that's going to take you hours. I know because I've been there. It used to take me forever just to clean up the audio. So here's what I do instead. There's a free tool called Audacity. You can search for it and download it in about 2 minutes. It has a built-in feature that automatically removes silent gaps from your audio. The whole cleanup takes maybe 30 seconds, okay? So now the voiceover is clean. Now start placing your images on the timeline. And this is where all that timestamp naming pays off. You don't have to listen back and guess where anything goes. You just read the file name. The first image is named 0 seconds, so you drag it to start at 0 and end at 2 because the next image starts at 2. The second image is named 2, so it runs from 2 to 3. The third runs from 3 to 8, and so on. You just read the name and drag. That's literally the whole job. And I want you to think about how insane that actually is. Normally, syncing visuals to a voiceover means listening back, pausing, adjusting, listening again, adjusting again, over and over. That process alone can take 2 to 3 hours on a longer video. But because Claude named every single image by its exact timestamp, your entire edit takes maybe 10 minutes or less. Now, once the images are synced to the voiceover, the last thing you want to add is some background music. Go to YouTube Audio Library. It's completely free, and find something that fits the mood of your video. Download it, drag it into your timeline at the bottom. Lower the volume so it sits behind the voiceover without overpowering it, and trim it to match the length of your video. And that is it. Let's watch the final result together.
Close your eyes for a second.
It's 10,000 BC. You've been walking since sunrise. Your feet are wrecked. Your kill weighed 40 pounds and you dragged it 6 miles through mud and thorn bush. You sit down near the fire. Someone passes you something wrapped in leaves. You inhale, and that, right there, might be one of the oldest moments in human history that nobody ever bothered to write down. This is the real story of when ancient humans first started smoking, not the sanitized version, not the tobacco and Columbus version they taught you in school, the version that starts hundreds of thousands of years before agriculture, before language, before anyone had a word for what they were doing or why they kept doing it. Because here's the part nobody tells you up front. Smoking might not be a habit humans invented. It might be a habit humans discovered, almost entirely by accident. And the discovery may have happened so deep in prehistory that we will probably never find the exact moment it occurred. But we can get close. Let's start at the beginning, the actual beginning. Fire. Humans and fire have been inseparable for so long it's almost impossible to comprehend.
If this video helped you, drop a like. It genuinely helps me keep making content like this for free, and I'll see you in the next one.